Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for tuning into this one. You probably clicked on the link because it's showing you what is now my new favorite bike. That's right, today is new bike day. Well, it's kind of new bike day. This is probably my 7th ride on this bike, and I definitely want to share with you guys why this bike is one of my favorite bikes in the quiver right now. Let's get up here to the top. We're at Greer today. Once I get up there, let me reveal to you what I'm on. This bike is so sick. All right, see you guys at the top. And here it is, folks, in all its glory, my favorite new enduro bike, the Decoy SN. There it is, folks, the brand new bike day, big smile on the face. This is the YT Decoy Supernatural SN, their version of a lightweight e-bike. This bike is in a size medium, comes in around the mid 40s pound wise as far as the weight goes. Downhills like analog, climbs with the assist like an E, but without all the added weight. 60 Newton meters of power, of torque. Such a fun bike. Let's take you through the spec real quick. See if we can do this during the lunch break. Get you guys in, get you guys out. Here we go. Starting out here with the stem, you got the Cane Creek, you got the Renthal bars. Here's our display right here. The ring for the Fazua is right here. So you got green, which is breeze, then you got river, you got rocket. Pretty much always stay in rocket because it's super fun. When I ride with my friends that are full e-bikes, our batteries drain at about the same amount. So for every bar, it's 20%. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It does have the Fazua Ride 60 motor in it. That means 60 Newton meters of torque. Compare that to like the Turbo Levo, for example. The Turbo Levo 1.2 has about 50 Newton meters of torque. And this bike has 430 watts compared to the specialized Levo Turbo, which has about 300, I believe it's like 320. Also, what's also cool about this is if you need more, you can get 100 more watts out of here. If you push and hold the ring up, this is now rocket in boost mode, which will give you 100 extra watts of power right there. If you move on over to the fork, you have your Fox 38, which is super fun factory. You also have your Fox DHX2 coil in the back. Again, this is a size medium. Dropper post is a Postman, YT Postman. Drops 150, so really gets out of the way for you when you are out there. i9 hubs come on this bad boy. It's a partnership with Crank Brothers, so you see the i9 and Crank Brothers logo on there. Drivetrain is GX by SRAM. It's my first wireless shifter axis, which is really fun. So I'm still trying to figure out, I push down to climb, I push up to go downhill, so down to go up and up to go down. Either way, I'll figure it out. First time using it, but I love it. It's so fun. You got your Cane Creek right here for the headset. You have your ODI grips, which feels really super nice. And to top it all off, again, Yoshimura pedals on here. Comes with Continentals. The Continental Cryptos are on there right now, but you all know I love Versus tires. I love that local feel. So I had bought some Versus tires that are coming in black. So this will be Versus tires gravity casing on it here shortly. I also ordered from Defender that you can actually personalize with your sponsors and everything else on there like you want. So as far as how this bike feels, it feels so fun. It's hard to explain because when YT was asked to make the perfect enduro bike, they weren't told to go make the perfect e-bike enduro bike or analog enduro bike. They had zero direction other than make the best enduro bike out there. And this is what they came up with. They came up with the SN. So SN stands for supernatural. What's great about that is that it does feel like an analog bike. Yes, it's an e-bike, but you have to pedal into it to get power out. You can't just sit there and spin the cranks and get power out. You definitely have to push into it. I feel really connected with this bike. Yes, it feels super poppy. Check out this clip right here, just playing around on the jumps. How does it feel when I'm going downhill? It is very light, very playful. Feels much like an analog bike when I'm on the jumps. And for that, I'm super grateful for. Woo! Sent that one a little too far. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. And of course, climbing is a bit of a breeze. Definitely makes climbing so much more fun. You're actually practicing your corners, going up and down. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's go. One of the other fun things about this bike, unlike the other e-bikes, this one doesn't have a turn stopper on it. So making these switchbacks a little bit easier to turn through without worrying about a stopper stopping your steering. You've got plenty of room to do what you want. Whew. Did have some great Better Bolts. So all these gold specs that you see on here, this is all Better Bolts. My buddies at Better Bolts got this bike super dialed in with a bunch of titanium bolts on here, which makes the bike pop. And there's actually going to be more stuff happening to this bike. I was on the phone yesterday with Richard from Stickered, and he's got an idea for a wrap for this bike, which should be really cool. Definitely had to go with the levers here from Freedom Coast. I love the way they drop that hook in, and it's a bit closer to the handlebar, and it kind of locks your finger right in there. Love that feeling of those. But that is it. New bike day. Probably my favorite bike in the whole quiver. You can demo these free at the YT Mill. Just go on the YT's website, go to the demo page, reserve for free. You get 2 hours with the bike of your size. The guys there will even hook up the suspension to your weight and your liking before you hit the trails, and then they have maps of the trails out there too. So I'm gonna get going back to my lunch ride. I got a bunch more things to do today. Glad that you guys tuned in for this one. New bike day, Decoy SN. Hope you guys give it a try. So much fun.
And with the Fazua app, you can connect to your bike. Here you're looking at the profile of what it looks like when you get in there. There's a customizer where you can tune your bike to what you like. If you look at this, you can see where the max support power is. You can change all of those different levels and the wattages of it. You can also change the ramp up and the amount it accelerates. There's also a customizer where you can go in there and you can customize the bike either with a questionnaire or downloaded profiles from the profile store. This is the profile store. Take a look at some of these in here. Let's go into mountain. Make sure you check Fazua Ride 60 if you are Ride 60. And there are some presets in there. Let's go check out trails. You go into trails, same thing. There are more presets in there that might be what you like. You can also track your own ride if you don't want to use Strava through the app. There's just so much tech on this bike. It's insane.
All right, guys. This is a distortion lap on lunch break. Let's go get one in. Heart rate, 165. Good. Thanks again for tuning in. See you guys in the next one. Bye. Let's go home.